Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Y'all, I had a whole thing planned. We were going to talk about the fall, talk about reading books in the fall, go places and read some books during the fall. But then there was a slight change of plans, which I will tell you all about. But before we get into all that, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. Yeah, so I was all ready to shoot my video and I got a message on Facebook, and like a little Facebook Messenger message from a friend of mine who is fighting cancer. She's going through chemo, and I just sent her a little message this morning in a chat that we're in saying, I hope you're doing okay. And she gave me a little update on her situation. And y'all, I'm not going to put her name out here because that's not cool. But if you're the praying type, go ahead and say a little prayer because she has cancer and her husband has cancer, and it's just a lot. But anyway, about a month ago, when this whole thing started, she reached out to me. All right, y'all stop. Y'all go on. They're not going anywhere. She reached out and asked me where to find cheap ebooks or like ebooks at a good price. And I sent her a list of places. And at the time, I had done a video about where to find cheap and free ebooks, but I was like, it'd be kind of cheesy, like in this situation, to be like, oh, and while you're at it, check out my YouTube channel. You know, a little trolly. So what I was thinking was, we haven't talked about it in a little minute, and last week we talked about my favorite Kindles, or like ranking my Kindles or whatever. So I thought this would be a perfect time to once again talk about great places to get free and reduced priced ebooks. So that's what we're gonna do. Y'all, I'm gonna get away from these dogs, go sit upstairs at my computer and show y'all my favorite places to find free and reduced price. Can y'all see this dog? He is pulling my hand. Talk about my favorite places to find free and reduced priced ebooks online. Before we do that though, I was thinking about this, and it kind of occurred to me that not everybody has a Kindle or a Nook or an e-reader. And I don't necessarily expect you to go out and buy one just because I tell you where to get free books. Here's what you can do. And we may have talked about this. People might already know this because, you know, there's an app for everything, but there's an app for that. I know that, well, I think all the things. I know that iPads, iPhones, all of those. I know that computers and that devices that run the Android store all have options for downloading either a Kindle app or a Nook app or both. And you can get all of this stuff that we're going to talk about today on either one of those apps, because what they do is, and you'll see this, I don't know why I'm talking about this instead of just showing you on the computer, but the sites that we use send you to either Barnes & Noble or Amazon, and you actually get the content from there, of course, because you have to in order to access it from your Kindle or your Nook. So once you download all the stuff, the Amazon and Barnes & Noble don't care if you do it on a proper Nook, or Amazon doesn't care if you do it on a Kindle or on the app or on your computer or on a spaceship on Mars. They don't care where you access it because, like we talked about last week, what they want you to do is buy their content. So I don't know where I'm going with all this. I am running around in a circle. But the point of that was to say that you do not have to buy a Nook and you do not have to buy a Kindle to access these great deals. So if in the past when we've talked about this, you've said, well, I'm not going to listen because I don't have any of those things. Now you do. Just download one to your phone and you're off to the races. So y'all, let me get away from these needy animals. Let me get upstairs, get set up at my desk on my computer, and we'll get into this and talk about places to find free and reduced priced ebooks. And maybe we'll actually look at, I don't think we've looked at this before, how they come, like when they send you, like BookBub or Pixel of Ink, or those send you an email, what those look like and how you can use those to like get to their stuff. So let me get away from these little felons, get upstairs, and I'll meet you there. All right, y'all, we are obviously in the office. We are settled down now. Those of you who are trying to get your feelings hurt and thinking, how'd you leave the furry felons? Y'all, there is no being in the house and leaving the furry felons. They are here. They are settled down in their little work areas, so they're going to leave us alone and let us work. So let's talk about this a little bit. I was thinking about how we should do this, and we've done some sort of exhaustive conversations about where to find cheap and reduced books on the interwebs, where to find cheap and reduced used books, and y'all can see how that's gone for me. So here's what I was thinking we have not done. We haven't done the quick and dirty, right? And y'all don't be naughty. What I'm talking about is on those days when, say, you got a doctor's appointment and you got to run out the door, but you're like, I need something to read while I'm sitting there. Or you got a kid clinging to your leg, or you got your partner yelling down the stairs, or whatever it is that you have going on that's occupying your time, so you only have a few minutes to like hit it and quit it and find some books, see what's out there today that you can get for free or at least for cheap to download and read now, like read on the go, read when you get there. Let me show you what I do, right? Because y'all, I don't have 3 hours every day to go through all of the sites that we've talked about in the past. I wish I did, but I don't. But I do have a few things that I do pretty much every single day to check and see what hot deals are going on for free and reduced price books. So let's get on the computer and let me show you those things. All right, y'all, so here's my screen, obviously, and I'm not sure exactly how I want to do this. So let's try it this way, and if it doesn't work out, we'll flip it around and do it another way. So one of my absolute go-to must check every days, like my number one must check every days, is BookBub. And I get this email from BookBub. I get at least one email from them every day. And here's what that email looks like. So I get my deals every day, and you'll notice as we go through these that the deals that I get, the offers that I get, are going to be really similar. Like you're going to see a whole lot of romance and maybe some mystery and some cozy stuff. And we'll talk about that when we look at the website, but y'all, I don't want to get deep in the weeds with this. We're going to hit it and quit it, remember? But this is based on my choices, what I've told them that I like. So generally I open my email and I kind of scroll through and see what they've got. And some of this to me is just utter pablum. Like I've no interest at all in some of these, but a couple look kind of interesting. So Tom Clancy, I know I should be interested in, but I'm just really not. I've tried to read Tom Clancy. It's a little thick for me, but let's look at it because I know lots of folks like Tom Clancy. Now you'll notice that Amazon is the option that it gives me. Again, that's the settings that I've selected. So I click on Amazon and guess where it takes me? Right straight to my Amazon, and I can buy it directly from here. So I simply click on my little Kindle thing and I can buy it over here with one click. And here's another thing about these like free and reduced priced books, y'all. A lot of times they'll offer a reduced price audiobook. So you can get this whatever Tom Clancy executive orders Jack Ryan novel book 7 for $7.99. So that's a good deal. So if, say, you're sitting in long doctor's appointments and you want something to listen to, not necessarily read because you're going to like have your eyes closed and be going through these long treatments, this might also be an option, is go through these and just see what they offer for audio books at reduced prices. So that's that one. Let's back out of here and look at this. Falling for Prince Charming. Yes, please. So, and y'all, it's got the cheesy little cover. This is right up my alleyway. So again, I'm going to go over to Amazon and y'all, it's free. Like seriously, what's not worth free? So I'm going to click on it. Free for Kindle. I saved $4.99. So, I'm not actually going to click on it, but if I were to click on it, actually I am going to click on it. So that is now delivered into my Kindle books for freebies. Here's another thing that I look at, y'all. Y'all know I'm a sucker for Goodreads. Okay, I misread that. So this is a 3.5 on Goodreads. I'm a bit of a Goodreads snob. If it's not like high numbers on Goodreads, like high 3s or 4 on Goodreads, I'm not going to download it even for free. because my time is worth more than that. I saw this 3.9 stars over here and thought it was worth it, but look, it's 3.9 stars with 269 ratings. Like that's not awesome. So I'm probably going to not download this thing even for free. But so that's that. That's BookBub. And y'all, that right there is a bit of an object lesson, right? Not everything is worth free, but for some people, maybe maybe some folks would find this charming and entertaining. So let's see what else we have here. Cheryl Woods is a well-known author. And it's a Christmas book. I know I said I wasn't going to download any more Christmas stuff, but I can't be trusted. It's 4.1 on Goodreads, and y'all, look. We are reading this. A Chesapeake Shores Christmas, and y'all look, it's a Chesapeake Shores novel. How can we go wrong with that? I know nothing about Chesapeake Shores novels, but look, so this is a Chesapeake Shores novel, book 4. I'm not jumping in at book 4, but look what I can do. I can click here on the collection. It's book 4 of 14 for all the love. Now, book 1 is $6.99. It's a 4.1 on Goodreads, so that's not terribly steep, but I'm going to click on that, check it out, and see what it's got. So it's a $6.99 on Kindle, but look over here. It's $2.59 for a used paperback and $7.49 for the audiobook. So again, if you want something to listen to, typically, well, I know this to be a fact that the Audible level that I'm at, that I pay, I think it's $14.99 for my Audible credits. So if I were to pay for this with an Audible credit, it'd be $14.99. That's not good. Like, even with my bad math skills, I know that $14.99 is greater than $7.49. So if I wanted this book to listen to, I would just get it with this. So there's that. So sometimes it's worth clicking on these and looking about to see what else is out there. So $2.59 for the paperback. There's also $1.25 for the, what was this one? Oh, the mass market paperback. But then you got shipping. So anyway, we're not getting in the woods. We're getting out of this, but sometimes it's worth getting in and clicking about and seeing if you can find cheaper physical books from these free and reduced priced ebook lists. So this is BookBub, and let's go. Will this take me to this will take me. How do I get to their website? View deals on site. I click the view deals on site link. So this is their website. And y'all, we go way into this on other videos, which I'll link here somewhere. Just look around. I'm not sure exactly where it's going to be, but it'll be here somewhere. And this is where you can pick and tell them your category choices, what kind of books you like to read, if you want them to send you emails, what you want to see in your emails. All of that you can do here, and you can tell them what devices you read on. So if you're, oh, look at this one, A Christmas Wish, 99 cents. Seriously? And look, these are all of our choices for devices. So let's say you read on Google, like you use the Google Reader dealio. This will take you there. So you can download it from here. And y'all, again, this is straight from the BookBub website. I'm going to back up and look at that on Kindle, because how cute is that? 3.9 Goodreads. Y'all, I should be embarrassed by this, but I'm not, and I'm not even going to edit it out. I've already bought this book. I do not have the sense to be embarrassed by my own ridiculous behavior. All right, let me get out of this before I really do embarrass myself any further. So this is BookBub. This is my number one go-to, every day I watch for this email. Or if I miss it in the morning because I'm actually, I don't know, working or something, I go back and look for it just to go through and check and see what they're offering that day. Now, My other go-to often goes to my junk folder, like my promotional junk folder, and I got to go find it. And y'all, those of you, I apologize. My neat freak, a little bit, obsessive friends out there, I know you are cringing right now going, why are all of those unclicked? I'm not even going to show you how many unopened emails I have, but it's well into the six figures. I'm sorry. Go ahead and judge me. Take a second and judge me. And then let's get back on track here and look at Pixel of Ink. Now, often these will overlap. You'll see the same books on Pixel that you do on BookBub, but y'all, free and reduced price. So if you see the same ones, just don't click on them. So on Pixel, they're going to give you the book of the day, and that's this top one. And then down here, you have a link to today is Tuesday, to Tuesday's free and bargain, and mine are Kindle, again, because that's what I set on their website. But Tuesday's free and bargain Kindle book deals. Let's click on today's book of the day, which is Devil in Ohio. And this takes us to the book on their website. And you click start reading, and it takes you to, again, whichever device you have clicked. Like if it were Nook, that would take you to Barnes & Noble. This takes me to Amazon, and this is available through Kindle Unlimited, which I have. So if I didn't have 20 books sitting on my Kindle Unlimited shelf, I could add that there if I wanted to. I don't. Or I could buy it for $2.99. I'm not gonna. But that's that. So that's the Pixel book of the day. Now we can also go, oh, what did I do? All right, here we go. We could also go to the Tuesday's free and bargain Kindle book deals, or again, whatever they are, Nook, whatever your reader of choice is. And this will give us a whole passel of books. And again, you click, it takes you to the book, you look around. This is $1.99, and this is a 3.8 on Goodreads. So this might be, but y'all, it's a Kay Scarpetta book, which isn't she the character that Bones is based on or something? Or Patricia Cornwell wrote the Bones books or something? Or like wrote the books that Bones is based on, but this is book 25. I'm not jumping in at book 25, but if you've been, my mom reads these. She's been reading these since forever. So mama, if you haven't read this one, there's book 25 for you for $1.99. So y'all, that's Pixel of Ink. And again, it gives you a bunch of books, and these actually aren't overlapping with the books that we saw, Rebel Without a Clause. That's funny. I'm not clicking, or maybe, no, I'm not clicking on it. I'm not doing it, y'all, I'm not doing it. But these are not overlapping with the BookBub books that we saw. So that's Pixel of Ink, y'all. There's one other thing that I want to talk about. I'm trying to keep this short, but somebody asked about how to download books onto a Nook from a computer onto a Nook. And on the Kindle, it's easy peasy. You just plug in your Kindle, at least for me, especially on a Mac. Like Macs, Apple products do not play well with other products. So it was a relief to me when I plugged my Kindle into my Mac that the Mac just saw it and I was able to drag things over and just drop them on there. With the Nook, not so much. So let's go back and let me show you what I had to do to be able to drag and drop books onto my Nook. Now, of course, the sort of optimal scenario is you just buy books that you can click Nook as your option. It takes you to Barnes & Noble and you download from there. But we have friends in other countries where that's not an option. So they need to be able to download, or folks just want to buy other kinds of books, download them onto a computer and drag and drop them onto the device. It is an option. It just takes a couple of steps. Here is how I did it. There might be other ways to do it. Y'all, I'm not saying this is the best way or the slickest way. This is just how I got it to work. So let's go back to my computer and let me show you. We should see it right away here in the Finder, which we don't, or this would not be an interesting thing to look at all. But there's my hard drive, there's my SSD, my external drive, there's my NAS home storage network thing, but no Nook, right? Because here's what we have to do. I had to download an Android file transfer app, which I did. It's a little bitty thing. I opened it. It runs in the background. So I just dragged and dropped that into my file where I keep my books. Then when I want to download a book, I just pop it open over to manybooks.net. And you can see I have my website here and my Nook open over here, and all I have to do, let's just pick a book well, let me show you. So I like this website because we may have talked about this before, but they categorize books very well. So you can pick what category you want, you can sort them, and you can sort them by title, author, or popularity. And I like to sort by popularity because often that'll shift the most recent titles to the top. So let's do, you know what, I want to go back to here. Let's just grab one of these. Let's do Tess Thompson's The Making of a Matchmaker. I have no idea what this is, but I'm going to download it, and it's going to ask me what book format I want. And I'm going to choose EPUB because that works for most devices. That's generally what I do if I'm downloading something, especially if I don't know exactly what I want to do with it. So it's downloaded. Look, it's just tiny. And I'm going to drag it over onto my Nook, and there it is. You can see The Making of a Matchmaker right there. So let's get out of this and let's jump over. Let me get off of this thing altogether and jump over and show you on my Nook that all I have to do, I just unplug. I should have, well, y'all can trust me, I just unplugged it. I'm going to slide it open. I just unlocked it, and there it is. And I can click it open. And there's the book, The Making of a Matchmaker. Y'all, I have literally no idea what I just downloaded onto my Nook, but it's for free. So that's how you do that. And y'all, we're now in the weeds. I'm going to stop right here, but that's what you do if you're trying to at least that's what I had to do. That's how I figured out how to download books onto a computer and then onto my Nook. Unlike the Kindle, I think I told you all this, unlike the Kindle where you just plug it in and my Mac saw it, with the Nook, we kind of had to go through those additional steps, but it works. And we got free books. And for our friends who can't access the Barnes & Noble website to download your Nook books for whatever reason, hopefully that's a workable alternative. So y'all, that's it. Those are my quick and dirties for how to find free or reduced priced ebooks that you can grab quickly on the go to have on hand when you're busy, or if you have to go and sit somewhere for a while and you just don't have time to sort through a bunch of books. Those are the places that I go to find them. I hope this is helpful, y'all. And what have I missed? What are your quick and dirty spots to go to when you need to grab something quickly and just load it onto your e-reader and get out the door? Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you made it this far, we are most definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos at the beginning of every week with some book videos sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.